now I'm going to explain the dance moves for my favorite line dance called Star Trekkin. There's a lot of moves, but they repeat on itself, kind of like the 12 Days of Christmas. So you do one, and then the next time you do a second one, and then go back to the first one, and then you do a third one, and do the second one and the first one, and it keeps repeating. So I'm going to show you all the different moves, and then I'm going to demonstrate them. This is a very high energy dance, and I might not be able to do the moves exactly how I would usually do them in my normal state, since I still don't have my full range of motion or level of energy, but I will do my best to describe it for you. So, first off, there's the move when they're doing the chorus, which goes Star Trekkin' across the universe on the Starship Enterprise under Captain Kirk. So, you're like this, as if you're sort of like holding a horse rein in this hand and a whip in this hand. So you're holding onto your horse because you're riding a horse and you've got a whip. And you're going, Star Trekkin' across the universe. And ideally you're jumping, but I'm just going to do this. And then after they say universe, you jump up and crack your whip. So I will demonstrate that one time. So it goes Star Trekkin' across the universe. And you make a whip sound and do that. On the Starship Enterprise under Captain Kirk, and then that repeats. Star Trekkin' across the universe. Always going forward because we can't find reverse. So that's the chorus. So you're just doing this, but when they say, after they say across the universe, you jump up and whip. Okay. Then there's these in-between, just sort of galactic sounding times in between the verses and the chorus. So anytime no one is talking, you're just doing this in place like you're in space, floating in space. Okay. And then the first move that's going to come up is about Klingons. And it's Klingons off the starboard bow. And so you put your fingers out like this, and you're going to flail your legs out. And I'm only going to do this one once too, full on, because it's pretty intense. But it goes, there's Klingons on the starboard bow, starboard bow, starboard bow, Klingons on the starboard bow, Jim. Okay? So when they say the Klingons, that's what you do. And then it'll go back to the galactic time and back to the chorus of Star Trekkin' across the universe, right? Okay. And then it'll go to Mr. Spock. And when it talks about Mr. Spock, you're going to put little ears up because Mr. Spock has funny ears. And you're going to be doing this as Mr. Spock is talking. Okay? So this is Mr. Spock, just like that. And then it'll go back to the Klingons and back to the chorus. Next up is the Doctor. And so the Doctor says, it's worse than that, he's dead, Jim. Dead, Jim, dead, Jim. So we have to be very dramatic and go, it's worse than that, he's dead, Jim. Dead, Jim. Dead, Jim. It's worse than that, he's dead, Jim. Dead, Jim. Dead. Then it'll go back to Spock, and back to the Klingons, and back to the floaty, and back to the whip, okay? And then we're going to get the captain. And the captain says, we come in peace. Shoot to kill, shoot to kill, shoot to kill. We come in peace. Shoot to kill them. Okay? And then, it's worse than that, he's dead, Jim, dead, Jim, dead, Jim. It's worse than that, he's dead, Jim, dead, Jim, dead. And Spock, and the Klingons. And then we've got one more, and that's the engineer, Mr. Scotty. And he says you cannot change the laws of physics. And so we're going to pretend like we have an atom in our hand, and we're going to stretch it. You cannot change the laws of physics, laws of physics, laws of physics. You cannot change the laws of physics. And then it goes back through all the others. So I'm going to play it now, and I'm only going to be doing these motions kind of half, because like I said, I'm not up to my normal physical abilities and don't have the breath and can't really jump all that well. Get in your Star Trekkin' positions.
Trekkin' across the universe. On the Starship Enterprise under Captain Kirk. Star Trekkin' across the universe. Slowly going forward 'cause we can't find reverse. There's Klingons on the starboard bow, starboard bow, starboard bow. There's Klingons on the It's worse than that. He's Dad Jim. Dad Jim. Dad Jim. It's worse than that. He's Dad Jim. Dad Jim. Dad.
It's life, Jim, but not as we know it. Not as we know it. Not as we know it. It's life, Jim, but not as we know it. Not as we know it. Captain.
There's Klingons on the starboard bow. Starboard bow. Starboard bow. There's Klingons on the starboard bow. Starboard bow, Jim. Starship Captain. James T.
We come in peace, shoot to kill, shoot to kill, shoot to kill. We come in peace, shoot to kill, man.
It's worse than that. He's Dad Jim. Dad Jim. Dad Jim. It's worse than that. He's Dad Jim. Dad Jim. Dad.
Well, it's life, Jim, but not as we know it. Not as we know it. Not as we know it. It's life, Jim, but not as we know it. Not as we know it. Captain.
There's Klingons on the starboard bow. Starboard bow. Starboard bow. There's Klingons on the starboard bow. Scrape them off, Jim.
Star trekking across the universe.
On the Starship Enterprise under Captain Kirk.
Star trekking across the universe.
Slowly going forward as things are getting worse. It's just
You cannot change the laws of physics. Laws of physics. Laws of physics. Cannot change the laws of physics. Laws of physics, Jim.
We come in peace, shoot to kill, shoot to kill, shoot to kill. We come in peace, shoot to kill. Scotty, beam me up.
It's worse than that. He's Dad Jim. Dad Jim. Dad Jim. It's worse than that. He's Dad Jim. Dad Jim. Dad.
Well, it's life, Jim, but not as we know it. Not as we know it. Not as we know it. It's life, Jim, but not as we know it. Not as we know it, Captain.
There's Klingons on the starboard bow. Starboard bow. Starboard bow. There's Klingons on the starboard bow. Starboard bow.
You cannot change the script, Jim. I'll see you, Jimmy.
It's worse than that. It's physics.
And then you just go crazy for the last, like, few seconds.
Give up any more, Jim.
And that's the end of Star Trekkin.